E-DEY wa.
E-DEY ko.
Ona wa kwarunu.
Go.
Okay, my name is Dr. Ukomo Binavitus. I am a medical doctor. I came here to testify to God of E-DEY, what He has done for me. If you have been following E-DEY since 2017, at least you remember my face. I was the one the father prophesied that on the 5th of March 2018 that I will be with my friend and they will come and shoot me. And I came here, father saw it and he cancelled it. And 4 years after then, I'm here standing as a medical doctor. After...
Somebody, if you're happy for such testimony, put your hands together for Jesus.
After several ordeals, I studied medicine and surgery for 11 years. People who studied medicine and surgery in other universities studied for 6 years. But I studied in Imo State University for 11 years and I didn't fail any single exam. These 11 years is because of incessant strikes, loss of accreditation and all that. In 2018, we lost accreditation and they said they are going to either send all the students out or farm them to other universities. Most of us were depressed, some lost out, some left the medical school. But in a bid to continue the medical program, my mom even took me to Togo by road. And on our way to Togo, the tire of the car busted and we were not harmed. We even tried transferring me to University of Calabar just to finish this medical program after spending 8 years then in IMSU. But I was the faculty president then and I came here with some of my students and my mom even told me to take E-DEY sand and E-DEY banner to spread it in front of the gates as we were expecting the accreditation committee from MDCN. After spraying the E-DEY sand and the accreditation committee came and gave us just 2 years accreditation then, and then we wrote that exam through the grace of God. It was not finished. Then in 2019, we wrote another exam. In medical exam, we have written and oral. During the oral exam, the first exam, I went in and presented my case to the doctor. After listening to my case, he told me, my friend, go and read and come back for the next exam. And then, if you have been told this, that means you failed the exam and you come back either in 6 months' time to rewrite the exam. I had not failed any exam in the medical school, but I came out, I called my mom, I started crying. I said, Mommy, this is going to be the first time I will fail the exam. I'm sorry. It was not up to 2 minutes after talking to my mom. Father called me on phone. I didn't even know my mom subscribed to the prophetic card. Father called me on phone. As I was crying, he said, Nwachuku, that the way a pregnant woman delivers of a child, that is the way your success will come. My tears immediately turned to laughter. One, I was wondering, how did Father know that it was that particular time that I needed him the most? I called my mom back, said, Mommy, see what Father said. She said I should go and face the next exam. E-DEY.
Oh.
In 2019, we wrote that exam, and out of 80-something people that wrote the exam, only 30 passed the exam. And I was among the 30 that passed the exam.
Amen.
E-DEY.
Oh.
This happened in 2019. In 2020, we were supposed to write the final exam that will make us final doctors. Now, you know what happened in 2020? The coronavirus and all that. So we couldn't write it in 2020. Now, remember I told you that in 2017, they gave us 2 years accreditation. And in 2020, it would have expired. So we lost hope again. We went for several protests. If you listen to news, you know the time medical students went for protests in a way. Went for several protests against the government and all that. And it was as if all hope was lost. Some people started attempting suicide. Some people lost hope. Some people left the medical school and started doing Yahoo. But then I continued in the course. After 11 years, I couldn't leave. So, 2021, in 2019, during that frustration of COVID-19, I went to Enugu. Before I went to Enugu, I was supposed to be on a Wednesday. My mother said, I can't go to Enugu without coming to the work here first. That Wednesday, I came to the work by 6 o'clock, 6 a.m. After praying, I left the work here for Enugu by 12. On getting to Enugu, I spent 1 week and I went to a barbering salon to cut my hair. And I met my lecturer that taught me 7 years ago. I told him, sir, do you remember me? He said, I said, you taught me 7 years ago. He said, are you a doctor now? I said, no, sir, that I'm still a student. He was like, how will I teach you 7 years ago? And then we are in 300 level, and now you are still not a doctor. I said, sir, this is the situation we find ourselves. Who made the work?
Oh.
That man I met in Enugu happened to be our provost of College of Medicine right now. And he said he accepted that post to be the provost because of me. Who made the work?
Oh.
Before that man became the provost, the dean then at the Faculty of Medicine, they said we are going to write our exam this coming September. And then, but this provost that saw me and because of me accepted this post without pay to be a provost, came to and fixed our exam within 6 weeks. And then we wrote the exam. In writing the exam, again, we had only chance of graduating only 50 doctors. So everybody was tensed. That was the final exam. And I was pressured. I called my mom. I said, Mommy, I don't think I have the confidence to write this exam. Like, I've lost the confidence that out of the frustration. She said that she's a partner. And then she registered me also since that 2017. I've been a student partner of E-DEY Works in 2017 till now. And every month I've been paying my partnership seed. So she said, you're a partner, so God of E-DEY Works will not leave you at this time. Amen. I said, okay. Now, for every exam I go, I don't leave this, the work bangle. In fact, one of the exams, they said that as medical students, we have to write the exam, we have to remove everything. So they don't know if you're writing and if you're using it for malpractice. I told them, I'd rather not write this exam. Instead of me to remove this bangle, I will not write this exam. This is my brain. And then, that's how they allowed me to use the work bank. There are two of them. She won't let me remove the bangle. I mean, my mom. So, after writing the exam, I used my anointing oil on my scripts and all that. Then, in this final exam that happened, after writing the exam, I was waiting for the results. Immediately, I got a call from my lecturer. He said, Vitus, I answered, congratulations, you are now a doctor.
Oh.
Who made the work?
Oh.
Who made the work?
Oh.
Now, I was amazed again because immediately that call came that I'm a doctor. Father, Reverend Father, Dr. Magnus Ebere, SDV, called me on phone. He said, Nwachuku, that today your destiny will change.
Woo.
I was marveled again. You know, if you're into science, you won't still believe this religious stuff. I was marveled. How did Father Ebere again know that it's at this point that he will call me on phone?
Touch your neighbor. Say, we have a prophet in the house.
We have a prophet in the house.
Abi no be so?
Not so now.
So, in conclusion, yours faithfully standing here is a medical doctor after 11 years.
Ayo.
And it couldn't have been possible without the help of God of E-DEY work. So I said, let me come and testify and present my certificate to E-DEY work, dedicate it to the work so that he will bless me and bless my certificate and my practicing license, and also give him this jotter as my own gift.
Aye.